Welcome to week 2, workout 1 in your intermediate program. Some really exciting new things happening in the studio today, so we're going to jump right in. Get ready to get right into your warm-up, and I will see you in the studio. Get ready for a good one. Workout 1 of week 2 in your intermediate plan. I'm very excited to be here today to bring this workout to you because we've got a couple of new things. It's going to be a little bit more challenging, of course. You know, I'm always up in the ante for you. So let's start our warm-up. My legs are pretty sore from my own personal last workout. So let's squat, and if you notice that I look a little pained, that's what's going on. So let's do some little jumps. We are going to be working front of the body again today. But we're going to be doing mostly front upper body. We are going to do a little bit with the legs. And we'll do more legs on workout 2. So let's squat. Just kind of loosen everything up a little bit. Take your arms into nice wide arm circles. Reverse. I hope you're really enjoying this program. Got some super cool things for you today, which I'm really excited about. Bring them across the body. So we always want to make sure that we're good and warmed up. And then let's palms face up, and then let's just push overhead. Keep the core nice and tight. All right, so let's bend it. We're just going to use our arms right now. Bend it over, and like we learned with our row, still going to loosen up a little bit of the back, even though we're not really using it too much today. But we always use everything when we're stabilizing properly. All right, so let's reach down, touch the toes. Keep your chest up, back is nice and flat. So let's touch them. Squeeze the core. Feel your legs, hips, lower back working. And then let's do some jumping jacks. Excellent. We're going to come down for a set of bird dogs. I always love to do bird dogs as part of our warm-up because it really gives you can see that I was struggling to come down because the back of my legs were just screaming so badly. See, even I've been working on 12 years, and sometimes when I change up my workout plan, I get really, really sore still. So I love to do bird dogs as part of our workout, part of our warm-up, because it really gives the full body balance, abs, arms, hips, lower back, legs, everything. Gets it nice and warm for us. All right, so let's sit back in child's pose, making sure our lower back is decompressing a little bit. And then let's come up. And we're going to do a cat dog. So we're really going to loosen through the back and the chest and the belly. So you're going to push up to the ceiling and then let your belly kind of out as you come down. Shoulder blades pull back, up and down. Hold the shoulder blades towards your butt, and then up. All right. So, super excited about today's workout. I know I've said that like 4 times already. So we're going to start with alternating chest press on the stability ball. So you're going to need your stability ball as well as your dumbbells. So we've already learned how to sit on the stability ball, so I'm not going to go over that. If you are kind of jumping in and you missed last week's workout, make sure that you kind of go back. Always repeat your workout, even if you miss a week and you jump in and try to come in. Don't worry about falling behind a little bit. The workouts are here for you when you're ready for them. But if you miss a week, always go back and make sure you repeat that week before you jump to the next one, because we're probably learning key exercises in that week. That's going to be really important for you to remember when it comes to form. So let's get yourself lined up, sitting on your ball, sitting up nice and tall. Take your weights up, keep your core nice and tight, walk it out. And this time what we're doing on our chest exercise is 1 at a time. So you're going to come down, and then you're going to push it up, down, and push it up. And we're working on 12 again today on this set. So let's come right down, push it up. So you're going to do 12 on each side. It's going to seem like it's taking you a little bit longer, but what's great about this one is that it's not just working your chest, but to really use your arms and your core in a very different way than if you just go two at the same time. So it's going to change up everything for you when it comes to your chest workout today. So let's keep going, keep your core nice and tight. Watch your neck placement, just keep your neck relaxed. And we've got one more on each side. Bring your weights in, and then walk yourself back up. Lay your weights back down, and then we're going to come up. Now, on this one, we're running a new tricep exercise. So we're going to be going into an overhead tricep extension. So you're going to be standing straight. Take up one of your weights, and you're going to come. So we want that nice loose knees. Kind of looking a little bit. You're going to drop that dumbbell down as far as you can, and elbows stay as close to your head as possible. Up, squeeze through the back of the arms. Down nice and slow as far as you can. Up and squeeze. What I always kind of like to do is try to snake that weight down as far as I can. And then that's going to engage your triceps a little bit differently as you come up. There we go. And let's do 3. Last one. Good work. You can really feel that one, right? In today's set, we're actually going to be doing 3 in each set. So you're going to do 3 sets, and we're going to do mountain climbers. So, hands down. We've learned these before in our beginners program. So, hands down on the mat. Core is nice and tight. And one at a time. Knees in. Excellent. Drop your knees. Sit it back just for a second. Coming back up. Getting your stability ball. So we're back in for set number 2. Walk it out. You can walk it, you can change your position. Sometimes I go this way and it changes my stability. But if your neck is bothering you, you feel like you need to rest your neck down, just lift your hips, lay your head down, and then do it this way. Now, you're going to require a lot more stability this way, but it's a great way to advance it. Come down as far as you can. Don't bounce off the ball. Just hesitate and then push them back up. Got one more on each arm. Nice work. Now, bring them back in. Walk your feet back. Good work. That's a lot of fun. Now, we're going to go back into our tricep overhead extension. You'll notice that I always kind of stick my ball somewhere where it's not going to move. Safety for me. If you're in the gym doing this and working with the ball, there's other people around. You definitely want to do that if you have kids or pets or anything else. You kind of want to move your ball out of the way. Also, you want to make sure you move it somewhere where you don't trip in it. So let's get those elbows back in. Hands. So if you notice, the way I'm holding is like cupping it. Bring it around the back of my head. Elbows close together. Snake it down as far as you can. Knees are loose. Core is nice and tight. Push through those arms. Squeeze at the top. Good work. All right, so we're going to come back down. We're doing 10 on each side on mountain climbers, not 12. So up from the hands. And bring them in. And stop. Good work. All right, so you know the drill. We've got one more of each. You're going to start to pick up the pace as your body gets a little bit more warm. And of course, if you need water in between, you can. We'll take a little bit more of a break at the end of each set, where we're doing 3. Weights are up. Walk them out. And let's come down and up. rhythm coming to it. No bouncing. Make sure that you're keeping your core tight. And if you need to, drop your neck onto the ball. Changes how your exercise feels. Keep that core tight and eyes looking straight ahead unless you need to kind of quickly look to see what I'm doing. Got one more. And last one. Good work. All right. So let's come up. Stow your ball. She's starting to just get a little bit of sweat on. And let's take the weights up. And let's go right in. Squeeze through the back of the arms. Two more. Last one. Good work. I can feel that in my arms. I'm kind of happy that this set's over, but I'm going to tell you this is the easy set tonight. So we're not rushing it too much. Last set of mountain climbers. So let's come down. Keep your core nice and tight. In and out. Good work. All right, grab some water. We're going to get set up for set number 2. So we are going to learn some new things. So we're going to do the modified version for day 1 of this. As we progress into this in the later stages, we're going to learn how to do the more advanced versions of these. But for today, we're going to start with beginner's version. Even though it's the intermediate program, they're beginner exercises because you haven't done them before. And even though it's an intermediate program, the exercises are not easy. And so we'll do the easier version of them. It's just, you know, you can kind of consider yourself lucky that you've made it this far where you're able to start adding these types of exercises to your program. So we're going to be using the stability ball. We're going to be mostly using the stability ball on this set where we're going to be having one set of dumbbells, bicep curls, so we're going to be working the front of the arm. And so what we're going to do here, we're going to take your stability ball. You're going to lean back. You can sit back on your bum. Put your hands on the ball. Relax through your neck. Eyes stay up, core stays tight. And you're down on the ball on your wrists when you're sitting in this position. And then you're going to clasp your hands together. And you're going to roll out and then pull it back in. So you start kind of with your fingers, bring your knuckles on the ball. Roll it up. Your chest is going to touch the ball. And then roll it back. You can really feel that's really working the abs out of you, which is awesome. But, so now you can understand why we're doing the beginner's version. And keep it going. We're going to do 12. Roll it out. Just let your chest touch. And then come back. All the way out. And back in. You can feel that, huh? It's great. That's why you really want to tighten the core right here. And really bring it in. And your core should be tight the whole way. But right there is where you really want to jam it in. That's what's going to help you get back and make sure you're working your abs and not using your lower back. And let's do one more. I told you I had some exciting stuff for you today. So let's put those back. Let's grab your weights. And then you're going to come up, knees loose like we've learned. And we're going to go into a hammer curl. We're doing 12 of these. Good work. All right, and then our last one in this set is going to be a stability ball push-up. So remember we did knee tucks on the last one? Similar, but we're doing a push-up with it. So what we're going to do, as we learned, put the ball next to one leg, one knee comes in, hands on the mat, and then pop yourself up, bring your knees out, tighten your core, and we're going to start in the, again, beginner's move here, just because we're going to start the beginner's move. You'll see why in a second. Relax through the neck, drop your arms for your push-up. Keep your core tight to keep you stabilized on the ball. Because the ball is on your thighs, you're automatically going to have more stability. But if your core is not engaged, your back will start to droop. Let's do 3, 2, 1. Now, bring your foot down. You can move the ball away. See? Lots of fun. rickety on the ball, just kind of have a little bit of patience, fall off, get back on. Practice staying on the ball is the biggest thing. Your core will get stronger before you even know it. You'll already start to find that during this week's workout that you're actually managing the ball a little bit better. So let's start back. So knuckles start on the ball, push it away, and bring it back. Core, especially that front ab panel, is gonna be really tight because otherwise, again, you're gonna start to feel it in your lower back. If it's not, roll it out. Woo. One more. All right. So, tuck that ball away, and let's go into our bicep curls. So, makes bicep curls not seem so boring when you're doing it in between those two rock stars. So, nice and tight. None of this. If you're doing this, make sure you tighten it up. What I also like to do for people as well, force yourself against the wall. It will make sure that you can't cheat. You're gonna reduce your range of motion slightly, but you won't be able to cheat. 3, 2, 1. Good work. All right, so we're gonna come back. Now, this time, we're gonna move the ball back just a tiny bit. So how you get stronger is by starting easy and progressing, to the more advanced version. So we're gonna get on the ball the same way. Put your knee on, hands on the floor, and then you're gonna pop in on the ball. You see how it's really up on my thighs? What I'm gonna do now is just shimmy it back a tiny bit. So it's not very far back, but just maybe an inch or so, and that's gonna make all the difference to how hard this is gonna be. Make sure your arms are wide enough, so they're wider than shoulders for your hands, so that you can really get into that push-up properly. Let's do 2, 1. You can either tuck the ball in and come out, or I usually just come down and bring it around. So, we need to keep that. Grab a quick sip of water if you need it, and then we're gonna go back into our rollouts. Set 3 is almost finished of set 2. All right, kind of starting with your knuckles, you can sit back, and then roll it out, just touching your chest. I love this. It's like playtime. Really changes up your workout. The last thing you want is to be bored, and it keeps challenging your body. All right. Really keeps challenging your body in new ways, which is, a big part of getting results. So let's take up your weights again. We're gonna do another set of biceps. Let's loosen up those knees. We've got 12. So you come up nice and fast, down nice and slow. Awesome work. All right. So again, on our push-ups, we're gonna go back a tiny bit so that you're gonna feel like the ball is staying a little bit more dead center of your knees. Now, if you feel that you can't go back any further, keep it further up on your thighs. The further up on your thighs, the closer to your waist, the more stability you have, and the less that your core is gonna have to take of the pressure. But if you're strong enough and you feel you can start to move the ball back, start to move it back. So, let's get on it. Hands on the floor, pop it up, and move the ball out. And then hands are nice and wide, wider than shoulders, coming down. Try to touch your nose to the floor. Two more. Excellent. Let's take a little break. Grab some water. We're going to set up for set number 3. All right, we're ready for set number 3. This is going to be super fun. So we're going to use the stability ball again. We're going to be doing some push-ups on the ball from the knees this time. A little bit of a different spin. We're gonna do hammer curls, and then we're gonna be working on side plank, just with our regular body weight. So we're gonna take our ball. You're gonna take your hands as wide as you can from the knees, so you're gonna come back far enough. Dip your hips in as much as possible. Hands go as wide as possible, and you're gonna come in and out. Now, as you can see, that as you're doing this, even though it seems like a little bit of a baby move right now, you can really feel that there's a lot of instability there. So keeping your chest, arms, wrists, and your abs tight to make sure that you're able to do this properly is key here. All right, so 12 on those again. And then we've got we're gonna do reverse curls this time. So we're gonna take your weights up. And we're gonna go into knees loose, create that little bit of a C like you do in all your standing. You're gonna curl up, turn the weights towards you as you do, and then turn them away and come down. So you can see that you're gonna turn your hands, palms are gonna face you, you're gonna turn them away, and you're gonna push them down as you do. So up, and then push them down, curl up, push them down, curl up, push them down. Now you're getting it. There you go. I know, I can see you. I bet you're looking around now wondering if I have cameras. So let's do one more. Changes up everything, doesn't it? You can feel that in places you didn't know you had. That's why it's so cool to do something like, even though we're progressing, we're changing them so it's not the same old routine over and over and over again. All right, so now on this set, we're coming down. We're gonna put on the stopwatch. We're gonna start with 20 seconds on each side for this week. As we get closer to the end of the intermediate program, of course, we'll be doing 30 and 40 seconds of these. So, coming onto your side, I'm gonna show you a couple of modifications for your side plank. So, elbow is directly under your shoulder. Keep your neck loose. Feet are coming out, and you're gonna stack on top of each other. Hips are stacked. Knees are stacked. Everything is stacked. So, when we come off, I'm not gonna start the timer yet. When you come off, you're gonna hold here. So you're constantly trying to pull up, not hanging down like this, you're pulling up. Now you need to modify. If that's too difficult, you can put one foot out, make sure your foot stays flat, and then you take it up this way. And what that's gonna allow you to do is build the strength of the oblique without putting too much pressure on the rest of your body. So let's go. We're gonna try to hold for 20 seconds on each side. So let's hold it up, elbow directly under, fingertips pointing towards the ceiling. Keep pulling those hips up, abs are tight. Remember, if you need to, you can come over. So start strong. Remember, finish weak. You only got 5 seconds left for your 20 seconds. You're probably shaking. In 2, stop. All right. So then we're gonna switch that over, and we're gonna come on to the other side. Now you may find that one side is stronger than the other. For me, of course, it's my right. I'm right dominant. So we're gonna come back into our position, and we're gonna come up. Arm is facing straight up, fingertips are reaching towards the ceiling. Keep pulling those hips up. Body is in a perfect straight line. Keep the core nice and tight. We're already down to 5 seconds. Keep them tight. Abs are tight. Remember, modify if you need to, and stop. That wasn't so bad, right? So let's take our ball back, coming out, hands go as wide as they can, and you're doing your modified push-up. Bring the chest to the ball, nice and slow. You're not rebounding off, your chest is touching, then you're pushing straight up, not bouncing. And let's do 4, 3. All right. So we're going back to our reverse bicep curls. You're gonna be feeling this one. Lots of new things in here that are gonna challenge your body in very different ways. Knees are loose, up, push them down. Curl them up, push them down. There you go. 4. It doesn't take long to get a great workout, and very little equipment. So you can really maximize around your own life and what's gonna work for you. One more. Bring them up, push them down. All right. So you know what's coming. It's side plank. We'll get through this, I promise. The worst is that core nice and tight. Keep pulling it up. Abs are tight. Focus. Focus on that core. Got 7 seconds. We're almost there. And 3. Stop. Great work. All right, let's take it over. 20 more seconds on this side. All right, let's go. Keep that core nice and tight. Lift those hips up as high as you possibly can. You can see from one side to the next though why it's so important to train our sides to make sure that our dominant one in duplicate exercises really takes most of the weight for us. So important to train the weak side. And stop. All right. Sip of water if you need it. And then, we're back on our push-ups again. Keep it nice and tight so you can imagine what this one's going to look like in full form when it looks like this in your beginner's form. So let's take those feet back, lean it in, and let's go. Keep the core nice and tight. Try not to bounce. Core is tight. You can feel that burn in the back of the arms and the chest. And stop. So you can see that what ends up happening by a split routine, which is kind of why we're doing a split routine, is that what ends up happening is that when you work chest, your secondary muscle group is actually back in the arms and the tricep. Every chest exercise, secondary muscle is the tricep. We're not working triceps tonight, but you can clearly feel your triceps are working. So now when you add day 2, you're doing tricep work, which means you're also kind of bending that muscle group a second time and possibly even a fourth time if you're doing this workout twice, or this round twice. You could possibly be hitting those muscle groups 4 times in 1 week, which is really going to give you some amazing results, which is one of the reasons why I like to do a front and back body split. All right. Loosen those knees, curl them up, push them down, curl them up, push them down. There we go. All right, that was 12 already. All right, so now, I know you know what's coming, and if you're like me, you're not really looking forward to it, but 40 seconds, and we're done this exercise. Then we're gonna do a little bit of leg work, and you're all finished for the day. So, up on, let's get your form ready. 20 seconds, let's go. Last set on these ones, so keep it strong. Try to do it from toes. If you can't do a modified, keep the core nice and tight. You're already over halfway there on this side. Down to 5 seconds. Feel the shake. And stop. Good work. All right. And let's take it over. Line it up on the other side, and let's dig right in. Last 20 seconds on this one. You can do it. Keep that core nice and tight, straighten those legs out. Body's in a perfect straight line. Watch your neck placement. Got 7 seconds. And stop. That was awesome. I hope you really enjoyed that segment. I'd love to hear how you're feeling about it. So, I don't like to do any kind of jumping activities on my mat, especially on a little bit of a floor surface like I have, just because I'm always kind of afraid the mat's going to slip a little bit. So, and nobody needs an injury at this stage of the game. So, what we're going to be doing is squat jacks, which hands are going to come down on the floor in a full squat, and then you're going to jack it up. And then you're going to come down. It's going to look like that. Then, your second set is going to be alternating lunges, which we've done plenty of times in the past. We're going to superset those together as a Tabata workout. Going to elevate your metabolism. You're going to be sweating, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be an awesome finish to this workout while we incorporate a little bit of legs, more legs on day 2, I promise. All right, so let's take it out, hands down. Let's go. All the way down, jack it up. You're going to feel this one. We're getting there. It's just 20 seconds. You can do anything for that go. Alternating lunges, chest is up, abs are nice and tight. Remember the form we learned. We're not rushing through it just because we're doing 2010s or Tabata, whatever way you want to refer to it. Heel pushes off. Make sure legs are going in a 90-degree angle. 10 seconds. It's not even long enough to get a drink. Squat jacks. Let's go. If you like get tired, stop for a quick second, shake them out, and jump right back in. All right, rest it out. Got lunges. Whew. All right, taking it out. If it makes you feel better, at the end of this, you're halfway there. So, not as bad as you think, but a whole new training form. Keep it strong. We got this. All right, rest it. And go the last half now. Squats. If you gotta slow it down, slow it down. Just don't stop. And if you absolutely can't do it, start jogging. Ooh, that burns, baby. All right, we're getting closer, I promise. Lunges. I promise you're gonna be thinking of me tomorrow when you go to do anything, really. Eat, wash your hair, sit, stand, stairs. All right, last set, 40 seconds of work, and then we're stretching, you're all done. Let's go. I cheated. I stopped 2 seconds before. All right, last set, 20 seconds on lunges. All right, we got this. It's just 20 seconds. Make sure you don't slop on form. Keep the core tight, shoulders down and back, eyes up. Perfect form on those lunges. Last one. That's a high five at home. All right, grab some water. We're gonna do a quick stretch. So we're gonna put your hand up against the wall, facing perpendicular, and you're gonna down and back, and pulling it over and away. Feels good. So let's turn that bicep towards the ceiling. Keep that core nice and tight. You're really gonna feel that, so you wanna hold that a little bit to get that really good chest stretch. All right, let's switch it up to the other side, and let's push it. So you're pulling your chest away from the wall and pushing into that chest. Shoulder, you're gonna feel it to the bicep. Push the bicep up towards the ceiling. Nice deep stretch there. Try to prevent some soreness tomorrow. Epsom salt baths are good. Any post-workout drinks and recovery drinks like GP3 or Extend, any of that stuff's great to drink if you're not, completely chemical-free, because most of that stuff is going to have some amount of chemicals in there, which is why Epsom salt bath can actually provide you with more natural treatment for sore muscles. So let's take the legs wide. We're going to sit into it on one side. And I'm sure there are natural ones like Vega, produces some great products for natural. I haven't looked a lot into those. I will, and post some recommendations for you for all natural ones, which are more important, trying to get natural than anything that's going to be chemically based. All right, hands down, Reach for your toes. Let your head drop towards the floor. Push back into your hamstrings. Let's take it up. Let's do that tricep a little bit. Because we did quite a bit of that. We did do one set on triceps, but that was more to warm them up. Make sure that they don't get too sore in the very first set that we did. So let's do biceps. So you're going to tuck your thumbs into your hands, turn your thumbs down and push back. This is going to give you a really great bicep stretch. Keep your arms up as high as you can. Try to still relax through the shoulders. And then push it out. Still stretching out everything because you're still holding yourself tight. So your upper body's still getting a great workout, even though we're mainly focused on the chest and the whole front of the body. All right, so hands back if you need to on the wall to work through the front of the leg. I think my brain is starting to shut down. I need some post-workout food. And then let's switch it over and let's take it up on the other side. High fives at home. That was an awesome workout. Your day 2 is going to be ready for you immediately. So tomorrow you can, if you choose to, do it tomorrow and then take the next day off. If you want to take a day off in between and do it the next day. And again, just like last week, if you want to do this workout 2 rounds, you're going to add an extra day. So you're doing 4 days a week. Or you can do the 2 days on this and then add a boot camp workout or a yoga workout or your own cardio-based programs. Or you know, if you need some help with cardio-based programs, feel free to reach out to me. I will definitely help you out with your cardio programs. So, or you can find some, there'll be some posted in the coming weeks on these workout panels as well. So, any questions, leave your comments in the forum or on our Facebook group. Let me know how you're loving these workouts. I'll see you next workout. Welcome to week 2, workout 1 in your intermediate program. Some really exciting new things happening in the studio today. So we're going to jump right in, get ready to get right into your warm-up, and I will see you in the studio. Get ready for a good one.